Hey, yo, John, we live? Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sitting alone each night. There are times when you'll need someone. I will be by your side. Oh, darling, there is a light that shines special for you and me. You need to look at the other side.
Nine, 4, 9, 4, R&B, 9, 4, 9, 4, 9, 4, 9, 4, R&B, 9, 4. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are the Rhythm and Brews Podcast. I am Lucky Lefty, and to my left,
It's your boy, Mr. R&B Smooth, and to my left.
I am the podfather of Connecticut, Prince Latif. And over there, not on the ones and twos, is D-Dub. He is not here today. He had to take care of some personal business, so we give a shout out to D-Dub. Prayers up to you, my brother.
Indeed.
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm trying my best to get this going, but you know how we do.
What you sipping on over there, my man?
You know, I got me a nice chai latte, which I actually just found out ain't even coffee. It's tea.
No, it's not coffee.
Yeah.
Never knew that. Never knew that. Shout out to you.
It's one of the reasons why I get it. 'Cause I'm not
Where's
really
the
a
camera?
coffee
Shout
drinker.
out to you. And you. And you.
I'm not a big coffee drinker, so
Yeah.
that's typically my go-to. They took the Dunkaccino off the menu.
Mm.
Random fact is we're just talking about Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
He said random facts when he's talking about Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, man. How y'all feeling, brothers?
I'm all right.
Did y'all do any St. Patty's
No, I was in the
debauchery
house.
last night?
Hell no, I was in the house.
I'm black.
Man.
Only St. Patrick we acknowledge is James and Tariq.
I was
Facts.
in the house. They tried to. There was a. They tried to have a party around the corner from some Sacred Heart kids,
Okay.
but that got shut down before sunset.
Oh,
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
damn, son. Where'd y'all
You getting
find
that?
this?
Yeah, I was. I was. It was a chill night. I just went to the comic book shop. But that's how I knew because the comic book shop is in Black Rock, so like that's how I knew like all the
Yeah, that's ain't nothing but
all the
pubs
alabaster
down
pigeons.
there.
Yeah, all the alabaster pigeons were out.
Alabaster.
The vice landlord,
Yes, the children of the flower were out.
palm colored.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I had a nice slow night, and then, you know, ended up heading downtown. Did a little karaoke, you know.
Yes.
Then, you know, went home and just got ready for today.
Nice.
Where they be karaoke in at on Friday?
Boulevard.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Boulevard. So, for those who want to know how the karaoke schedule goes, you got Mondays, Rum and Tequila. Tuesdays, Air the Dog. Wednesdays, you have O'Neill's. Thursdays, Brick and Barrel. Fridays, Boulevard. Saturday could also be Boulevard. And if you're really feeling adventurous, Sundays is Tay's Lounge. Or BK Lounge, one of them. But, yeah. Rest in peace, Bobby Caldwell.
71.
71.
To the white man, the majority of the black folk. thought
Blue
was
Eyed
black.
Soul. Blue Eyed Soul.
Blue Eyed Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blue Eyed Soul.
Also, R.I.P. to Lance Reddick of The Wire.
The Corner.
The Corner. No, that was The Wire.
No,
He was also in The Corner?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Also of
Wick.
John
John
Wick.
Wick. And for the gamers, you got Destiny and Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. He was only 60 years old. Also, R.I.P. to Sean Lampkin, aka Nipsey
Big
from Martin. He was only 52?
54.
54, yeah. So, as I was saying before we had hit record, it's like I was watching something recently that said I don't know why people refer to 50 as middle aged anymore, because the life expectancy for black men is anywhere between 60 and 70. So if you're in your 30s right now, it's technically you're in your middle age currently.
Has to be the downer.
Yeah.
The Donald Downer.
No, it's just it's just a call to take care of your damn self.
Yeah. Live life every day like it's your last.
That's how I try to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
But also on the upside, we got some happy birthdays to give out. We got a happy birthday to Quincy Jones. He made it to 90.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
So there you go.
He exceeded.
Right. And then Queen Latifah, her birthday is today.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who you calling the?
UNITY. That's a
gotta let him
unity.
know. Instinct leads me to another flow.
But shit, since we talking about Quincy, man,
What's your favorite Quincy record, son?
this is one of them. Bossa Nova. Moody's Mood. And Tomorrow is definitely one of my favorites. Tomorrow is dope because I felt like I was a part of it. I don't know why. I just feel like every time I hear that song, I'm like, oh, I had something to do with this. But I really didn't. But I just, I just feel that. That video was just like, oh, wow, that's all of us. We're here.
It's like we gathered all the young people from
Mhm.
like a middle school choir
Right.
and just said, we gonna make some heat today, y'all. Gather around. I got two.
Mm.
And
Just two?
well, two that
Come to mind.
that come to mind and have nothing to do with Michael. Because I think most people just go directly to Thriller and Off the Wall. But Tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
and Secret Garden with James Ingram, Al B. Sure, Barry White, and El DeBarge, which has been remade two other times.
Two, yeah.
Two other times.
Yeah, I think two.
Yeah, because the first remake was he did the Bossa Nova it was Robin Thicke, LL, Tevin Campbell, and Usher.
What?
Yeah.
And I want to say Tyrese might have been on there.
Really?
But yeah, and then just a couple years ago, like just as around COVID, like time, it was Cisco, Sean Stockman, Raheem Devon, and Omar.
Oh, you're talking about Secret Garden.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And Omar Wilson.
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I said, Omar Wilson. So.
Yeah, mine would be Secret Garden. Definitely. Moody's Mood for Love. You Put a Move on My Heart by Tamia.
Mm-hmm.
And, his early Michael stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the Michael stuff just kind of goes without question.
Yeah, but I'm saying it anyway.
I feel
because
you.
we talking about
Yeah, I
Quincy.
feel you.
The I'll Be Good to You record with Shaka Khan and Ray Charles was my shit, too. That was my shit.
Yeah. But definitely big shout out to Quincy Jones.
Did y'all know he did this theme?
Yeah.
This one I knew. I didn't know the Austin Powers.
Really?
I didn't.
Wow.
He was in Goldmember, if you don't remember.
No, I remember him.
Oh, but you just never realized
yeah,
why?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just didn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that man's a genius. I was watching a video of the drummer who played the intro fill for Rock With You.
Mm.
He said Quincy was like, do you think you could play an intro fill that will be forever synonymous with this record? Like, people will hear it and instantly know this is the song that's about, like, this is going to be Rock With You. And he was like, yeah. And they hit record, and apparently he had been in the military, so he pretty much just played a military cadence. He was like, that was it. And I was like, wow. God
Hmm.
damn. White man played that. All because Quincy asked him one question.
I mean, talent is talent.
No, I feel you on that.
You know what I'm saying? Talent is talent. It's not
Absolutely.
really. It's not.
No, it's not. It's never.
We don't
race-based.
want to be that podcast.
Yeah, it's never race based. It's just always. It's just fun for me to like see who, because no one talks about them. No one talks about like who played that,
Mm-hmm.
and no one mentions it, and you just think, oh, it was just like Quincy or
Mhm.
whoever. But then to actually look at who actually is responsible for one of the most timeless and iconic drum fills, it's like, oh,
Mhm.
this dude like he be Kevin Nash's dad.
Mm.
Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Quincy Jones has always been one of my favorites. You know.
Yeah.
He also, again, responsible for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep. QD3.
Yep. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that was Quincy Jones. But even Will Smith has given him credit for that. Because if it wasn't for Quincy Jones, Will Smith probably wouldn't be the actor he is now.
Yeah.
Because Quincy was the one that talked him into doing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to that. But yeah, man, big shout out to also Lance Reddick and Nipsey.
So the thing about Lance Reddick too, like I was saying, he's on the corner. Like the actors from the corner
Mm-hmm.
ended up being on The Wire.
Right.
So it was like a lot of the similarities. Like, and it's funny because like all the crackheads were all in high power on The Wire.
Mm.
Like Lance Reddick, he was a recovering addict. Ended up being a chief on The Wire. Reggie Cathy, rest in peace, who died a little bit after Luke Cage came out. He was a drug addict on the corner. Ended up being like a assistant to a what is it when you're running for office and then you have the person that's like running your campaign? He was
He's a campaign manager.
Campaign manager or somebody. So like, I thought that was kind of cool,
Okay.
Yeah. And then, what was dope is, do y'all even know how Nipsey even became to being an actor?
No. Well, it wasn't. They said something on the Martin reunion. I just don't remember.
Yeah. He was Martin's friend.
Yeah.
That was it. He was Martin's friend. And then from there, he was just putting him in stuff. Like, I think he was in Big Mama's house too, if I'm not mistaken. He had like a cameo or whatever the case may be. But like, yeah, man, like it's all about, putting your people on. And then back then it was so much easier. You didn't have to go through all these casting agencies and these houses and all this other stuff that you have to do now. But yeah, I missed the organic part of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's still there to some degree. Like if you, again, it's always been about who you know and not what you know, right?
Yeah.
So if you had the right friends or whatever, they would be able to put you in spots that you otherwise wouldn't be in. But that's the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
No matter what type of artist you are, actor, painter, photographer, singer, whatever, like, once you have the right network, you can get in the right spaces.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't here to talk about that.
Yeah.
But we are here to talk music, though, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
Which I want to talk about first. The T-Pain or music?
T-Pain.
Okay.
That
Let's
T-Pain.
go.
What was it on top of the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That album, I like it. I was very impressed. He came out the gate swinging with Change Gonna Come.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was into it. Like you said, I was impressed.
Oh yeah.
But I'm also torn.
Mm.
and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's like, as impressed as I was like, am I gonna listen to this again? You know what I mean? It gave me, and I understand it's a covers album.
I was about to say it.
I understand it's a covers album, so it's like, it came across at some point because I was listening to it while I was driving. I'm like, this is almost like, especially when he went to that Journey song, "Don't Stop Believing." I was like, this is almost like karaoke greatest hits. This is the songs that people would listen to at karaoke, you know, or people songs that people sing at karaoke rather. And that's where I was like, kind of thrown off a little bit. Like the "Don't Stop Believing," the "Stay With Me," the Tennessee Whiskey, even the War Pigs. I'm like, this is karaoke.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about War Pigs. I was because he did 2 country joints.
Yeah.
Because the one after
What,
Don't
Strings?
Stop Believing. No, the one
No,
after,
Sharing the Night Together.
Yeah, the one after Don't Stop Believing was a country record. I think it'll be for me because what's his name? Boyz II Men did an album a few years ago. Not even a few. It's been a while, but it was the same thing. They did, crossover covers. So
Yeah, I know.
But I think for me, it'll be like there's like because even off of that album, there's really only 2 that they did that I downloaded, like added to my playlist. And
You're talking about Throwback, right?
Yeah, not Throwback. They did. Keep talking about it.
Okay. But yeah, so that's what I was gonna say about why I was torn, because it was like, I liked it when Boyz II Men did it, but it felt weird when T-Pain did it. But there's also but also when it comes to covers in general, and this is not just a T-Pain thing, it's a thing in general. Like, is when you cover a record, my mind automatically goes, okay, so which version am I going to listen to from this point on? Right? So like when it comes to like let's talk about Can You Stop the Rain? Like, I typically go to the Boyz II Men version over the New Edition version because I like the Boyz II Men acapella. And, so that's how my mind goes with covers. So, like, as I'm listening to this entire album, I'm like, is there any T-Pain version of any of these covers that's better than the original? And in my mind, I was like, no. Like, they all sound great, but none of these are better than the original, in my opinion. So it's like, in none of these cases will I listen to any of these before I listen to the original.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you on that.
Okay.
First off, I love this from start to finish. The twist that he put on it made me be like, yo, like, okay, I can fuck with these records. I fucking hate Tennessee Whiskey. I hate that song with a passion, more so because of karaoke. Because everybody does it, and not everybody does it justice. The way, I'm telling you, the way he flipped this shit and the fucking harmonies and melodies he has behind that, oh my god, that's one of my favorite shits. Fuck Stan Smith. I mean, Sam Smith. I apologize. Stan Smith, you're the GOAT. Shoes. Okay. Fuck Sam Smith. I've never been a fan of him. This made me love that fucking record. I fucking love that record. That's a Life. Do y'all even know whose record that was?
I don't remember.
Frank Sinatra. The way he put a spin on that shit, like, if you're going through something, that's a great record to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you could just hear, like, yes, there's auto-tune because that's T-Pain, but it's just like, yo, it's just so good. And the dude could really sing.
He came out, like I said, on Change Gonna Come. Like, there was minimal.
Right.
There was minimal auto-tune. Like, that was him. So I was like, I like it. I fuck with it. Because songs like that, covers are always a touch and thing.
It's a hit or miss.
It's hit or miss.
It's hit or miss because, and that's what I like about this shit. He owned it.
Yeah, it's like,
He owned this shit. Like, I know you like the Boyz II Men version of Can You Stand the Rain? I hate that version. I can't stand it. I really like the New Edition better.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like when you hear covers, like you're the first person to say when you hear a cover, all right, I'm gonna go back to the original.
Mhm.
I'm not listening to Tennessee Whiskey unless it's T-Pain. I'm not listening to That's Life unless it's T-Pain.
Mm.
I didn't even know that Sharing the Night Together was a country record. Now I think about it, it is, because I heard somebody do it one time for karaoke. But it is karaoke songs. But how he brought these records to life, I can honestly say I've already listened to it like 3 or 4 times. This whole thing. And War Pigs, I never even knew about that song. But then when I heard that, I'm like, oh, okay. Because also too, remember, he's from Tallahassee.
Mhm.
Country boy. So that's why these records actually make sense. Don't Stop Believing. I hate that record too. He did a great job on it, man.
Gets the people going.
That's them people's dreams and nightmares.
The people's dreams.
the Boyz II Men album was Love in 2009. Because that was the album that they did like Amazed
Yeah.
and Iris.
Oh, okay.
And I get both of your points, because there's covers that I listen to and I'm like, they're good.
Like if Nelly did this shit, I don't think it would have went over the same way.
Yeah, nah. Because Nelly can't, like, Nelly
don't
sing.
sing.
Like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, you remember he floated on
Oh no, over and
Country
over.
Grammar
Country
All
Grammar,
in my
yeah.
head.
and the joint about his mom.
Yeah. But like I get both of your points, because there's certain covers that I'll listen to and I'll be like, okay, it was good or it was bad, or even if it was just good, like I'm still going to put the original over
Mm-hmm.
the cover. Like I like the Boyz II Men Can You Stand the Rain, but for me,
Mm-hmm. It's no comparison.
it's no comparison to what New Edition did. And like I said with this Boyz II Men Amaze, like listening to that, I was like, because even when I listened to it at first, I was like, they really redid this? And I'm listening to it, I was like, oh shit, they put seasoning on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like they added a whole new element, and it was like, yeah, nah. And to like listening to it on 90s radio, because they'll play the original Iris on 90s radio.
Mm-hmm.
The only version I hear is Boyz II Men.
Yeah. Like even think
Like
of it
it's
like
the
this.
only version I hear now.
Even think of it like this. It's kind of hard to do a cover and have you think to yourself like, damn, I don't need to hear the original. You know what I mean? Like Shaka Khan, I'm Every Woman. Whitney Houston, I'm Every Woman. Chances are you can go either way and it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Despite what Miss Shaka says about Mary. Sweet Thing.
Which was funny because the very next day, like
She
after
retracted.
right, but
Yeah.
not even that. Like I was listening to WBLS at work,
Mm-hmm.
and they played Mary. They like very rarely play Shaka.
Yeah, I rarely hear Shaka.
Like you hear Mary.
You'll hear, yeah. The thing, yeah, it's like, it's really, I love Shaka's version. I do. But it's like, I love Mary's version too. There's really no.
There's no wrong answer.
There's not.
Like I was somebody asked me, I think it was Netta, asked me to do a cover of a song some years ago.
Which I think you should. I don't know why you haven't
And
done
here's
that yet.
my issue for me personally with doing covers, and I explained this to her the best way I possibly could, and she understood. I was like, because the songs that either I would want to cover or people have asked me to cover are already perfect in my eye, and I'm like, there's nothing that I can do
to add to.
to add to that or make it better than what it is. So
Or make it yours.
or make it mine. Exactly. Like it's like it's been like one of my boys from college. Shout out to my boy Jay. He was like, "Yo, you should do like Human Nature," because there was two people he loved outside of Michael to hear singing Human Nature. And it was, Willie from
Day
Day
26.
26, and then me. He was like, "Yo, you should do like a cover." I was like, "Yeah, absolutely not." I was like,
Michael covers are different.
like, what can
Yeah.
I do? And Boyz II Men has done Human Nature. They did a cover of it on Throwback.
Yeah.
Great. But I will always remember, like, Michael's, you can't like, there's certain covers I'm like, there's nothing I can do to that. Monica and Usher, you know, they redid
Slow Dance.
Slow Jam. Yeah,
Slow Jam.
Slow Jam.
I don't ever listen to that version, to be honest with you.
And either one is, again, like, there's no wrong answer. Yeah, other than that, like I said, man, with covers, it's, you know, you wait to see what it hits like. And
Yeah.
hopefully it connects. If it doesn't, there's always the original.
Yeah.
So like that's the good thing about doing covers, I guess, because it's like, hey, even if it don't hit,
Mm-hmm.
people still got the original to kind of fall back on and make them forget that this even was a thing. Like Britney Spears did My Prerogative.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah, I forgot that happened.
Bingo.
But to Prince's point, though, I do agree that, am I going to listen to this every day? No. But it's mood music. So if I'm ever in a mood, I know what record I'm going to put on to try and get me out of that funk or, you know. Because, yo, the way That's Life came on, and I'll talk to you about it off the air, like, I had to hit somebody up, and I was like, yo, you really need to listen to this record. This is really describing your life right now. But, yeah. We're getting some good music, y'all.
Yeah. Who else have we been getting good music from?
Shit, man. It's looking like Hit Boy ain't missing.
That's a fact.
It's looking like he ain't missing.
He seems to be the cheat code for a comeback album.
Victims and Villains, Music Soul Child and Hit Boy.
Yeah.
I will say the first listen, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Really?
The first listen, I said that.
Hmm.
And the only reason why I did that is because I listened to it with 2004 ears. You can't listen to this with 2004 ears.
Not a.
Hit Boy on there.
That was the point.
Yeah.
Like, you can't listen to this with 2004 ears. What I do love, though, it's what's taking Hit Boy, and this is why I said this as well, like why that conversation started. What's taking Hit Boy not being, well, not taken from him, because like I said, he's not missing on this, but for me not to have him in mentions with Pharrell, Ye and them, he don't do enough change-ups for me.
Okay.
He did a few on the Nas album, which was cool, but he don't do too many change-ups with me. Like, just think about, like, fronting. You hear that same cadence. Bing, ding, ding, ding. Bing, ding, ding, ding. And then boom, doom, 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 boom, doom, 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 doom.
No, so, like,
We don't get that all the time
Chord
from him.
changes.
The chord changes is crazy.
well, that's all production.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
on the producer.
Yeah,
whoever
that's what he's
makes
saying
the
about Hit
beat.
Boy.
That's what I'm saying about Hit Boy.
That's
This,
on the producer.
yeah, this is what's not having me in there with him, because it's like, yo, I could see right where, especially with music, I could see right where that chord change could have had him like, oh shit. Now, and I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, you may. I do feel there is not one hit on this album. Not one. Not one single, I mean. Let me rephrase that. Not one single.
Well, it depends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in today's market, I feel like I Remember You, My Ex could be a single.
In today's market,
in
yes.
today's market, where toxic R&B is the thing. I Remember You, My Ex could actually work right now.
Yeah.
You know.
What's your favorite record on there?
Actually, I think as far as my top 3, Your Love Is Life, Victims and Villains, and honestly, I Remember You, My Ex.
Okay. I'll say I Remember You, My Ex, because that was great. Is It Love, Is It Lies, because there's a chord change in there, and it changes. White Rice, Deja Vu, that's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna also say Beat of a Slow Dance.
That was. If I was gonna say my top 5, I would have included Beat of a Slow Dance, and I'm really trying to fuck with you.
Yeah. I hate to be that old dude, but like, yo, do y'all really realize like we really had the best eras of music?
Everybody feels like they had the best.
I mean,
era,
yes, they're like 70s, absolutely. 80s, absolutely. Do we honestly think years from now, this is where people are going to say, oh, yeah, we had the best music?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like it's all very objective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's everybody thinks their era was the best because it reminds them of a time when they were actually happy. It reminds them of their best years, which is why our generation, we love the 90s and early 2000s. Our parents, they love the 70s, the 60s, the
But
disco.
I like them too, though.
I know, but what I'm saying is everybody says that their era is the best because it reminds you of the time when it was your best times in your life.
Not always, because perfect example. Sierra's Promise record. Y'all like that record, right?
It's all right.
You like the record?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a bad time in my life, and I love that record. But it took a while for me to be able to listen to that record. You know what I'm saying? So I like that record, even though it was a bad time in my life when I was listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it. Now, you're absolutely right. It is like when you think of stuff like people is the best time, but like, again, I just feel like, or is it just that we just have to listen differently? Because none of this music just like, not that it doesn't resonate, because the words do resonate for certain like that I Remember You, My Ex joint.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that definitely resonates, but like, it's like the record goes off and then it's like, okay, what's next?
Okay. So you feel unsatisfied? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right.
I do feel unsatisfied because you can't have a record like Half Crazy. But again, I don't want to keep doing that. Oh, you know.
Yeah, you're comparing people to their old work.
But it's so hard not to.
Do you want what does your favorite artist say? You want the old me to listen to my old shit?
Yeah. Buy my old album.
Right. Like,
But yo,
you
know what?
gotta allow people to evolve.
Is this
And
evolving?
yes, this is him stepping into a different part of his creativity. You got to respect that.
I respect it. I like the album. I do.
Right,
But-
but you're not able to get over early 2000s music. You're still looking for that guy. But today's music doesn't really lend to that being marketable anymore.
And that's so crazy to me because we've had this for years. Because think about it. 90s R&B was the shit. But then Neo Soul came in and took over.
Right.
And now,
And do we hear a lot of neo soul now?
No.
We do not.
No.
Because today's music is it's again, toxic R&B is the thing. So nobody's listening to India Ari anymore. You know, people love Jill Scott. Jill Scott hasn't been making a lot of music. Even Erykah Badu has changed up her music. D'Angelo stopped making music. Like, a lot of those people from that era stopped making music because nobody's listening to that type of music anymore.
They either stopped or changed up.
Or, yeah, exactly.
Thing completely because, like you said, you bring up
She's
those-
continuously evolving,
and,
Exactly.
right, and then you
and she does no wrong in my eyes. I'm sorry.
and then she does something like, I can make you put your phone down.
Right. But then you got people like Anthony Hamilton on that dumbass record with the baby.
Hold on, boy, not yet, no, don't do it, not yet, oh no.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like they're getting people from that era to be on songs today, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? But this music album, it just shows that the man can grow, and it still sounds good.
It does sound good. It does.
You know, and again, your mind is not wanting to like it because you're still looking for that.
I
And
told you I
honestly,
like it.
I know,
do.
but what I'm saying is, you feel unsatisfied. Okay,
Yeah.
you like it,
So
but
you're
you feel
satisfied?
unsatisfied. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm satisfied because, like, again, when you put, it was like you put Hit Boy. And Hit Boy's a great producer.
Mhm.
We're not saying that he's not,
Mm-hmm.
but it's Hit Boy.
Mhm.
So I'm listening to this for a Hit Boy produced album. I'm
Mhm.
not listening. I'm not expecting a Teach Me.
right.
I'm not expecting a Yes. I'm not expecting a Buddy.
Love.
I'm not half crazy. I'm not expecting that
Because that's not Hit Boy's lane.
because that's not Hit Boy's lane.
We don't know that.
That's not Hit Boy's lane with what we've heard so far.
Right. If he wants to do
I'll
it,
say this.
my thing is, if anybody at this point,
We didn't think Nas would be Hit Boy's lane.
right?
I personally do not listen to the first King's Disease at all.
Those 4 albums that he did with Hit Boy were perfect to me.
Okay.
So for now, we can say based off what we've heard from, because music ain't the first R&B artist that Hit Boy is produced for.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we can definitively say, with what we've heard,
This is his lane.
this is his lane. Half Crazy isn't his lane now. If it within the next 6 months to a year, he drops some shit where we could be like, wait a minute, maybe he could. Okay, then we come back on that. Then we come back on this podcast and we say, well, shit, he proved us wrong.
Exactly.
That's it. But for now, we go off of what you saw, Creed 3. Let go of what was and walk into whatever and walk into what is.
Mm.
We right now, when I listen to it, it was like I mean, I know it's an extreme comparison, but it was like
Okay. Do you think?
Zaytoven and Usher.
Because I'm going through.
Come on.
I'm going through.
Stop.
I wasn't expecting a lot
Stop.
from that.
I was.
No,
I
we
was.
weren't.
Yo, first off,
I was not.
Usher resides in the A. That's his music. That's his lane. I was expecting more. Zaytoven makes some fire, but it just wasn't it. It just wasn't.
And I'm
It is-
going through. Sorry to
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
you off, but I'm
Yeah.
going through Hit Boy's productions now,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing that he's made for any R&B artist has been a slow jam. It's all been up tempo. Let me go through it. It's Watch and Learn by Rihanna, up tempo. Jealous by Beyonce, meh. Pose by Rihanna. Let's see, keep going. EXO was the one example of something
EXO.
that's mid tempo.
EXO is
Huh?
Beyonce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
EXO by Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of it's really just been Beyonce and Rihanna.
Yeah.
Outside of Music Soul Child.
Yeah.
Feeling Myself by Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. Like it's all
Yeah,
been,
it's been all up tempo and mid.
But that was more of a rap record.
sorry. My point though, Thick
Sorry
by
was
Beyonce.
Sorry was fire though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like he doesn't
It's
do
not
slow
half
jams. He
crazy
doesn't do
shit.
that neo soul type of sound.
Like bringing it to like a more us, and by us I mean NCT
Mhm.
or whatever. And let me preface this: I'm not gonna shit on nobody.
Shit, I
Mhm.
will.
Okay, I'm not gonna shit on nobody. But if you were to ask me, if an artist were to come up to me and be like, matter of fact, fuck it, Scooty. he made a status. And he was like, yo, I'm trying to do something. I want like a producer who can do an old school sound, like, and he named like 3 people, but I do remember what he mentioned in the status was like Prince style, New Jack Swing, and that era. I gave him Symphony Swing because there has been no other producer that I've heard that has done or even attempted to touch that. When I first wanted to do New Jack for my EP, there was a producer that I knew before I met Symphony. He knew Symphony. I was like, listen. He was like, because he even said, he was like, yo, I want to work with you. I was like, all right, cool. He was like, what are you trying to do? I was like, I want to do something 90s with like a New Jack Swing, but like kind of turned on his ear. He was like, I don't know much about that. Like that's, I'd have to do some research. I was like, no need. I need somebody who understands it. You go to people who, can do something. Not every producer is willing to step into that lane, because also things about producing like a New Jack Swing record is leaps and bounds different from what you doing for a trap record. Mm-hmm. Or a trap R&B record.
Well, it's different drums already. So.
Right, it's different drums, it's different instrumentation. You got to know how to play chords and keys.
Right.
We're in a digital era. Most people don't know how to play chords like that. That's why people were shocked when they was looking at Dr. Dre sitting up on the halftime stage playing a piano.
I don't know why.
Because now we're in an era where you can sit on a drum beat.
You can sit on a computer.
You can sit on a computer and make any sound.
You don't have to know how to play.
You don't have to know how to
play.
Fuck
making a sound, nigga. You can make the artist now. Did y'all?
Yeah, AI is crazy. So that's where we're at now. So, like I said, back to Hit Boy. It's like until we hear him do.
Y'all ain't never heard him. I don't remember
a ballad.
I can't think of the name of the fucking group. I do feel like it would have probably been better if he gave that record to a bigger artist, but he sampled I Get So Lonely.
Who sampled?
Hit Boy.
Oh, he did?
When I find that record, I'm let you know, but it's he killed it. That's what I'm saying. He has it in him to do those records. I would have liked, not Half Crazy, because Lucky Day. Come on. Like, I don't want no one else to do that over after him. Because that over record was just.
So you want him to go like B-U-D-D-Y? Or.
Nah, because it's no.
Teach Me?
No.
143. What's the other joint? I can't think of the name of the damn song, but
the tune go.
Give More Love, Womonopoly.
Oh yeah, Coming to Break You Off.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's the Roots.
Yeah, but
I don't. Okay, maybe I'm not dissatisfied with the album. I just want more, I guess.
You wanted something different. You had different expectations.
No, I didn't have different expectations. I didn't. I went into it like, okay, this is going to be different because
it's Hit Boy.
And it's a different era in music. Mm-hmm. I was not dissatisfied, but okay. What if Hit Boy does an album for Anthony Hamilton? What are y'all going to expect from that?
Probably not listening to that.
Because of the baby shit?
No, not even that. It's just I don't hear.
Because again, I would need.
Did you hear music in Hit Boy?
I was able to imagine that it was going to sound good because again, as a big as a music fan as I am, because music is one of my favorite male vocalists. Mm-hmm. I know he's done the up-tempo stuff. I know he does the ballads, and I know he's rapped. So I knew he had the range
Yeah.
to
I was
do
about to say,
records
'cause
with Hit Boy.
I listened to the rap album that he did a few years ago. So for me, I was like, okay. So
And he rapped on this album.
right. So I
Yeah.
was like, he's just going to. This is a continuation of what he's already kinda
Right.
dabbled in before, and that's why he went with Hit Boy.
True.
But for Anthony, absolutely not.
Yeah, Anthony is like that deep Southern soul. I can't hear him on too many rap records and think it's gonna work,
Murray's-
or something upbeat like a Hit Boy.
I don't care
Murray's
what y'all say.
hair
What do we?
pomade.
What? Where did we go wrong? That's a hip hop beat. That's a hip hop beat.
I'm trying to hear that in my head. I don't remember.
Where did it go wrong?
No, I know. I can't hear the beat. I know the words.
Doom, 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 doom.
Still a lower tempo.
Listen, that's
And it
I could.
probably- and it
If they would have did a
probably
remix,
had-
I would have been happy with it. So I could have heard Ludacris on that shit.
And if you have like Southern twang on it, who knows? But
Yeah.
listen,
Andre 3000 and Hit Boy.
I'd listen to it
Yeah,
because just because it's Andre
Yeah,
3000,
it's
just to see where he's at
'Cause-
mentally after not making records for almost damn 20
do you
years.
realize we've never gotten a solo Andre 3000 album? Can't
outside
count.
of
You can't count it. It's still Outkast. It is not Andre 3000 and
yeah, we're
Big
not
Boy.
going
It's
to get a solo
Outkast.
3000 album.
Can we get an EP?
That man doesn't want to be famous. He doesn't want
It
any
has
parts
nothing
of
to
the
do with
industry.
being fake. No, I get it. I mean, he's around with his flute. I get it.
playing flutes and
That
in
man is
airports.
free. That's
Yeah.
the important part. He is free
Yeah.
to do what he wants to do.
does,
And we are not going to get him back.
and does interviews every now and then. Like he's one of those where you just gotta whatever he left you with,
Respect it.
respect it,
I
and
mean-
just listen to that.
He floated on that Life of the Party with Kanye.
Yeah, and but that's the thing is like Andre 3000 has reached that level of life that we all aspire
You
to
made,
have,
you made your
where he
mark.
does
The
what the fuck he
euphoria of
wants to do.
happiness. Yeah.
You made
He does
your
what he
mark
wants.
in the game. People still reach out to him to ask him about music and stuff. But
Mhm.
he's not in the limelight like that. Listen, he's left us with enough for us to continuously just be like, man, what a time.
Would you be for a Hit Boy and Wu Tang?
Probably not.
Hit Boy. Oh,
And that's
Hit
and
Boy
that's
and
because
Ghostface.
only reason why I say that is because as a Wu-Tang fan, I'm still like there's certain types of beats that they sound good on.
Venture out.
When they venture out and try to work with too many different people,
Besides Meth.
all of them have the mainstream ones have all ventured out.
Ghost with Bad Bad Not Good.
Yeah, but that was a good album. He's also worked with Adrian Young on 2 albums. Those were great.
Yeah.
But those aren't mainstream producers. And
Yeah.
Adrian Young and Ghostface sound amazing together. But I'm talking like Ghost with Kanye West.
You don't think that worked?
It did. But what I'm saying
okay.
is a Wu-Tang album?
A Kanye Wu Tang album.
Right. You're
Yo,
talking
he
about,
might. Yo, listen.
But what my point is,
Yeah.
you're asking if I would listen to a Hit Boy and Wu-Tang. We already know RZA would not give up the reins that much to let another producer, produce an entire Wu-Tang album.
An entire, yes.
Right.
But he would have his hands in, like, for instance, like,
Matter of fact, we've already tried that bullshit. And
What?
the album never got heard.
what?
Getting someone else to produce an entire Wu-Tang album, which was Silver Rings, which is that album that got that $1 million album that nobody's ever heard.
Oh, RZA had nothing to do with it.
It was him and Silver Rings, which was, an affiliate.
Of
But
Wu.
yeah, but like they don't even like that
Mm.
album. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got it. Wu-Tang has a certain sound as a group. Wu-Tang has a certain sound. So trying to get someone like a Hit Boy, like the only person that could maybe do it would be Kanye because he's already done Dark Twisted Fantasy.
And he did Runaway Love. It was when he was doing the Good Friday drops.
Yeah.
Kanye's good for that though, yo. Like putting people together that you would never think. Yo, he put Justin Timberlake and Raekwon on a record together.
I don't remember that one.
It's called Runaway Love.
But I could imagine Raekwon being down for that.
Raekwon
doesn't.
murdered.
Raekwon. He tries to expand his horizons. But that's why I said both him and Ghost work with people that are out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
And Ghost has done a lot of collaborative albums. He's done an album with MF Doom. He's done albums with Bad Bad Not Good. He's done albums with I forgot who it is, but the Czarface album.
Mm-hmm. That's still MF Doom. MF Doom.
No, Czarface was somebody different. Hold on, because it was a producer that he did that with. But
oh yeah. No, what you're talking about.
yeah. But it's with certain specific artists in in Wu-Tang. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
But with Wu-Tang as a whole, no.
Okay.
Yeah, Czarface is a group of producers.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed
Mm-hmm.
to Czarface is actually 7L, Esoteric, and Inspector Deck. But I'm not opposed to hearing Wu-Tang with a different producer, but it would have to sound good because lately I haven't. The last couple of Wu-Tang albums, even in RZA's hands,
The last Wu-Tang album I listened to was Wu-Tang Forever.
it's pretty bad. But then again, you're not the hugest fan.
Yeah, I am a fan, but not huge.
Yeah, that's why I chose my words carefully. But I've listened to them all. The last one was technically The Saga Continues.
Wait, I'm bugging. You're right. That wasn't. What was the Wu?
Actually,
The W?
And the last one was Of Mics and Men because that was the soundtrack to go along with the
You know, I still didn't watch that.
documentary. That was a really great documentary.
Actually, what was the last Wu album I listened to? I think it was.
But I can tell you the last Wu album I liked.
Yeah, the W. That was
Yeah.
No, Iron Flag was the one with
I have them. Well, excuse me. I stopped buying them after.
Iron Flag's the I got
8
my
Diagrams.
Uzis back.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the last one I listened to.
I stopped buying them after 8 Diagrams, so that was 2007. But yeah, they all have their own sound because again, like they were all recorded in different places, so they sound like where they're recorded, which is why there's a lot of West Coast influence on Iron Flag because it was recorded in the California mansion. But yeah, like we got off on a tangent, but I'm not opposed to people working with one producer for their albums. It just has to make sense,
What would be your dream collaboration, dead or alive? Producer, artist. Let's go around the room.
Shit, I'd bring Darkchild and Brandy back,
I mean, it's been done.
but it could be done again.
No, I need someone else.
Something new.
Something new.
'Cause Darkchild and Brandy was
Yeah, I mean, it's done. It's Quincy and Michael. Come
exactly.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have any prep time to think about this. So I don't know.
Just think about
Gotta. You hit me with something because I don't want too much silence.
it. Do you got one or are you thinking?
Nigga, I've I've been hit with 2 curveballs this episode, so I'm trying to figure this one out. Technically, they I don't know if they produced like produce an entire album.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it really hasn't been done. Bruno and Babyface.
Okay, I'd be down for that.
Okay. I'm gonna go with hip hop wise. Call me crazy. I'm gonna say Kanye and Da Brat.
Could be cool.
I feel like he would really cause I could have easily said JD and Da Brat because Funkdafied is still one of my most favorite records ever.
It was the first CD I bought.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Age. All right. I'm sorry. Nah. Yeah. I honestly think that would be dope because I feel like because she was incarcerated, she didn't get to get her Kanye album.
Okay.
I'd like to add an and or. Because while y'all was having that conversation,
Yeah, go ahead.
Prince.
Prince and
Because
Babyface?
you did say that are alive. No, Prince and Bruno.
Prince and Bruno? Do you think that would have happened? 'Cause Prince don't like nobody.
Yeah, but I think he would have enjoyed
I
Bruno.
think Prince would have enjoyed Bruno because of the musicianship.
I mean, he was alive when Bruno was making music.
Yeah, getting around to because at that time Bruno was what? Bruno was just out when Prince album, not just out. But this was
bro.
before 24 Karat.
Yeah.
So Bruno wasn't what he is now when Prince had passed. By the time Prince had passed, that was Uptown Funk?
Was it?
Uptown
I'm
Funk
about to
was-
Google it now.
I think Uptown Funk was 2000.
Prince passed April 21st, 2016.
Right.
Bruno was definitely around.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
He wasn't
around,
Bruno now.
but he wasn't. People were still
Feeling him out. so to
feeling
speak.
him out. No one was feeling Bruno until 24.
Actually, 24K Magic happened
In
the year
2016.
that Prince.
Yeah,
died.
2016. Uptown Funk was 2015.
Yeah.
I had talked to enough people where they were still on the fence about Bruno.
I was definitely on the fence with Bruno.
There were people that were on the fence about Bruno when he shared the stage with Beyonce. They were like, "Yeah, this nigga still ain't. He still ain't the guy."
Yeah, he was.
Okay. So again, what more would you want?
Mm-hmm.
He's on stage with who y'all all deem as this era's greatest performer of all time,
Cool.
Beyonce.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
He was at the halftime show with her, and he still ain't. Okay. So I think that would have been dope, and I think Prince would. I think that would have been a very, and because just off of the how his albums have been structured.
Mm-hmm.
He's touched on so many. He's touched on different decades and eras and periods of music that I think, to go with Prince would have been something wild because they also, again, they play instruments and there's instrumentation and everything. So I think that would have been a fun. That would have been fun listen.
Did y'all enjoy The Alchemist and Hit Boy?
I love that record.
Oh my
I love
God.
that record.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm gonna go back to your question
What's up?
because he brought up Prince. So I would love to hear an entire album, Prince and Janelle Monáe,
That would be fire.
Damn.
because they've already done one song together.
This is true. I'm giving you what you love.
Right. So an entire Prince and Janelle Monáe album
Yeah.
would
That would
probably
be-
sound amazing.
That would be
What about
crazy.
Janelle Monáe and Hit Boy? Don't play it, yo.
I'm about to say, what the fuck? But again, Janelle Monáe is she's got the range to probably make that work for her.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd have to hear her on a Hit Boy record, period. But
Solange and Hit Boy will work.
Solange has the range, but again, Hit Boy does a lot of like upbeat hip hoppy sounds, and
Solange had
Solange hasn't done that for a while.
the last album. Do you know who produced that?
Hmm.
Tyler.
Yeah, but that's they have a relationship,
Yeah.
like a working relationship where they understand each other.
Do you think it wouldn't
Like-
happen because of Beyonce?
That also makes a difference.
Exactly.
Do you think
makes
that
a very
wouldn't?
big difference.
Do you think that wouldn't work because of Beyonce?
What?
Hit Boy and Solange.
No, because Solange and Beyonce are their own artists. They don't do anything in spite or because of one another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, again, look who just composed an entire New York Ballet show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they are two completely different entities.
Speaking of pitting sisters against each other, not really doing so, Swarm did a really good job of that.
Swarm did a job of pitting sisters against each other, or
No, of like how they made it be like, oh well, the sister's better.
Swarm has started the discourse. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
But wait, I take that back. Swarm has added to the discourse because the discourse started as soon as Chloe started making solo music. Once Halle started filming for Little Mermaid,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as Chloe started doing solo music, like everybody started to compare the two sisters. Oh, I like this one better, or I like this one better, and it's like, first of all, Halle hasn't even had a solo song yet.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I think she does now, maybe, or she's working on one. I remember seeing, but like it started the discourse. So even like, so to your point, I saw on Twitter maybe last night or this morning where it was like, you got one sister getting her back blown out on TV while the other one's doing Disney movies. They will never be the same again. And it's like,
But here's the funny part. Halle might just, well, is it Halle? Haley?
Halle.
Because she even got online and like
about people mispronouncing
Yeah.
her name.
Yeah. Halle probably is the little bit more toxic one.
How so?
The relationship she's in right now. With DDG.
DDG.
Yeah. She might be the little bit more toxic one. She's just quiet. She doesn't really let
I
it
mean,
be
I
known.
wouldn't call it toxic. I mean,
Not-
with what's going on, and I've never wanted to talk about their relationship.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna be real, because it's like, oh, she's getting black blown out. Motherfucker, it's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe how many people were like bugging over this. Like, y'all do know she is an adult.
The reason why people are bugging over it is the same reason why people were bugging over Notori Naughton when she did Little Kim and she was having sex with Notorious. It's the same reason that people were bugging over
I didn't think
Jamie
anything of that.
Foxworthy. Same reason that
Jamie
people
Foxworthy.
the little
Jamie
girl-
Foxworth?
No, yeah, the little girl from
Family Matters?
Family Matters.
She went
When
upstairs
she-
and never came back down.
But then she went into porn as an adult.
Nobody was really
but-
checking for her. And this
But
was
my
also
po-
a different era.
But you're not listening to my entire point.
All right, go ahead.
My entire point is people don't allow these people to grow the fuck up and become adults. So like Chloe and Halle, I hate calling her Rudy, but I can't remember her real name. Keisha
Keisha
Knight
Knight.
Pullum.
I was about
Like-
to say, when she showed up in One Call Away,
Right.
That's when you
Everybody-
knew.
Everyone was shocked. Like, everybody was like, "Oh my god,
It's
like-
Rudy. Like, but
But you look
it's
so
like-
good, like Rudy. Hug.
She grew up."
right, but people don't in their minds they don't allow these people to grow up. They're forever
child
that
stars.
child in
Yeah.
in your head. So it's like, matter of fact, you know who's dealing with it the most right now is old girl from the Bernie Mac show.
Oh
Brianna?
no.
Oh,
You know
Vanessa.
Vanessa, and I can't. Camille Winbush. Camille
Yeah.
S. Winbush.
Okay, yeah.
She's dealing with it the hardest right now because she has an OnlyFans, and everybody's like, "Oh, like every time she posts anything, I'm telling Bernie."
That's just funny.
Every time she
Yo.
posts anything on social media,
Yo,
I remember posting a meme
he definitely
couldn't pass it up.
Yo, you can't.
because
Yo,
it was
it's
the one where he
funny.
was saying, you know,
Where he's sitting in
talking
the
to
chair.
America, he like,
America.
but I posted a one where he didn't even say anything. 'Cause
Yeah.
There was a episode where he's just sitting in his suit and he just
Where he's like this.
He just
like,
looked exhausted. So but like I posted
I
that
get
and
that,
I left
though.
it at that because
But
it was funny. But at the end
funny.
of
But
the
the point
day,
is-
it's like, yo, they're adults now.
right? But and that's the thing is people don't allow these people to grow up.
And where did I mean, outside of Grownish, where did they start?
Who? Chloe and Halle?
Yeah.
They started on YouTube doing covers
Okay.
of people's records.
Okay, so I thought that then maybe they were like some, Nickelodeon kids.
Nah,
Okay.
they started off on YouTube doing covers of people's records until eventually their music got around to Beyonce because they covered a Beyonce record.
Gotcha.
And they were signed as young children,
Right,
and
right, right.
Beyonce just kind of artist development, which
Right.
doesn't happen
They
anymore.
really don't.
But they had actually released an album before they were signed to Parkwood Records. They had done an album before that, and then after that album, they got signed to Parkwood, and that's when The Kids Are All Right and Ungodly Hour came out.
Gotcha.
And I remember even then,
Even Ungodly Hour is like letting you know they're adults.
right, exactly. That's exactly my point. And I remember talking to somebody, and I had posted, I want to say a song from Ungodly Hour on my feed, and someone was like, "Yeah, I can't ever take them seriously because I always see them as little girls."
Well, there you go.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
People have a hard time.
right? People love to keep. They love, and it gets kind of the underlying theme of this entire episode is people keep artists in boxes. So it's like, I want you to stay where I liked you. You know what I'm saying? I liked you as a child star. I want you to stay that kid my entire life because that's how I remember you. I liked you when your music sounded like this, so I don't want you to evolve because that's when I liked you. So it's like, you got to let people evolve and do different shit. So like when you see Chloe doing sex scenes, you guys kind of accept it. Like,
There was a balloon in between them.
yeah, exactly. Like they were
So
naked.
They say.
That's literally what she said is there was
I
a
know.
bouncy ball between them.
So they say. That shit looks like I'm like, oh shit.
Listen,
But
Yo, what's with
movie magic.
what's with them showing all these like dicks on like TV,
On
like
Swarm?
it's on anything, like on TV, like
It's on streaming networks. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna know
well,
ain't daytime television.
like,
Amazon, like it's certain networks that they just
Euphoria.
don't- yeah, exactly. Certain networks they just let it fly, so to speak. Which is HBO and Amazon. Because HBO
stars.
I haven't seen anything from Stars. Well, no, because there was BMF episode that I kept seeing people talk
They
about
all
on
used
Twitter.
to have
Yeah.
late night. At one point, it was like Skinamax and all that shit.
Yeah,
It's
but
all parallel.
his point is, why are we now seeing male genitalia? And I'm like, if you don't have a problem with female genitalia, then why
They
do
don't
we have
show
a
that
problem with-
though. They don't show female genitalia.
On what?
Anything on like TVs. I mean,
Yeah, they
networks.
Well, networks, no, that's
Yeah,
a different story.
that's what I'm saying.
But we don't. But again, like when you get to the HBOs and the Amazons, things like that, yeah, they just let it go.
Like Euphoria was just like
It's everywhere.
talking
Yeah,
about
there was
drugs
just
and then
dicks everywhere.
dick. Like it was just like
But as
Whole room full.
Whole room full of dicks.
but before we bring it back to the swarm, it's just like somebody else brought it up. It was just like I remember somebody complaining about, oh, why is there like so much sex and nudity on a show about teenagers? What did you do as a teenager?
Sex.
Right. Like, why are you complaining when you know you was fucking as a teenager?
Right. Word.
You know you was out at
Word.
these parties where even if you weren't, your friends was doing drugs and shit like
In the
that.
most
Fuck all
low
that, Prince.
down
We
of
gotta bring it back
locations.
even further than that, and then we're gonna go back.
In the most
Nigga, the movie Kids? Are you fucking kidding me?
Exactly. So it's like
They've been having this shit.
It's just
This is
weird to see
happens.
people complain about seeing things on TV when they know they were doing the same thing, or they had their friends were doing the same things that they see on TV.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing that was a culture shock to me whilst watching Euphoria as one.
Mm-hmm.
They went to
Attended
a
school
PWI.
with a PWI. I was like, nope, that shit's on cue.
Right.
That
Facts.
shit's on brand.
That is definitely our
There's
brand.
they do some weird shit
Mhm.
every time I watch shows, and they talk about like the bullying and the pranks that these white kids look like.
That
They're
is
not
very on cue.
wrong.
Yeah.
They always gotta be naked. The bullies always, the white bullies always gotta get a kid naked.
Yeah.
What y'all in just
Nudity. like-
nudity? Just,
yeah.
what is it?
You know.
It's Freud.
But back to the
Sadist.
Swarm though, like that miniseries.
Is it only gonna be one season?
I can't see it being more
After
than
one, where do you go? From
Yeah, I
there?
can't see it being more than one season. I think it's
She's
literally
gonna-
just a miniseries.
She's just gonna keep.
because it was too long to be a movie.
She gonna travel the world and just ask people who's your favorite artist everywhere
Right.
she fucking go, and kill them if they say anybody else but Nisha.
Basically.
That's all she's doing.
Because
at this
such and
point.
such only has one,
One
Grammy.
Grammy.
Nisha has 26.
Like, excuse fuck out of me. Damn, I can't have a favorite that ain't Nisha.
She
She is
is
not
going
well.
to be one of our greats when it's all said and done when it comes to acting.
Who that? The
Don
girl?
Fishback is no joke.
What else was she in? Because I really love her in this role, and I want to
Project
see her
Power.
in more. I want to see her in more horror movies
Project Power.
or thrillers.
Mm-hmm. Project Power. She's about to be in Transformers.
Okay.
She's in Fred Hampton.
Oh, Black Messiah.
She's in The Black Messiah.
Okay.
She played Jay-Z's mother in the Smile short film video.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she did.
Oh, she was also Kenya in The Hate You Give.
She was in The Hate You Give?
Yeah, she was what's her name's friend.
Yes. Yes, she was.
All right, so she was in some big movies, but I want to see her a lot more.
Yeah. The way that, because I know y'all didn't finish it, but the way that this character evolves, oh my God. Oh my God.
But she because again, I've only watched the first 3 seasons.
Episodes.
First 3 episodes. And in episode 3, she had already evolved because she's getting a lot smarter with her kills.
Was that one?
Don't say it. I'll just say she got smarter when she got into the influencer's house.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because if you said it and it was wrong, it was going to be a spoiler. So
No, that's no. I think this happened already. When
see,
okay,
I also remember I'm only on episode 4.
right,
and you've seen the entire thing.
right. So, did you guys see when she ventured from Damson?
That was episode 1,
Episode 1.
I thought that was 2.
maybe.
Either way, we passed it.
That was early
Okay. When it was,
because Damson was her first.
What episode are you on?
Damson was her first.
yeah. What episode are you on? To make it easier.
It was the
3?
last episode that I saw
Uh-huh.
was when she went to the 444 tour.
So that's episode 3.
Yes.
So this is before.
So she was with the nigga with the skunk.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
What are you about to say? Does it come after the nigga with the skunk?
I can't really remember
Then
because I
don't
watched
say
it.
it.
Say a
Then
fucking
don't say it.
word.
No. What I'm saying to you is, I'm pretty sure it's past that.
We
Then
can't
don't
rely
touch
on
it.
pretty.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't touch it because
Close
you're gonna
only
spoil
counts
it. And
in
we already know how
horseshoes and
you are
hand
about spoilers. So don't
No,
spoil
I'm not
nothing.
gonna-
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
mentioned
spoil.
a mere cast member about Black Wakanda, and you was ready to mute my ass. I'm like, nigga, I just mentioned a fucking cast member, and you were like, no spoilers. Nigga, IMDb.
I didn't know the
don't-
motherfuckers was underwater. That shit spoiled it for me.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's what it was. I didn't know. I didn't read the comments.
Oh,
Man.
nigga.
I didn't know.
Ugh.
I didn't know.
Well, okay. But
But
still, there was no spoiler.
I'm not
though.
trying to spoil it, but what I'm saying, like, how many places has she been so far?
Too many.
She's been quite a few
Quite a
places
few
because she's
places.
on. She's obviously from Houston,
She
then
just-
to Tennessee.
Okay, what happened
Seattle.
in Tennessee? What happened in Tennessee?
Was that where she was? With
That
the-
was when she met Paris Jackson.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at because I can't.
Yeah, that
like I
was the
said,
second location.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying. I didn't know where it was because when I say I watched it, I literally watched it from 1 to 4, and then the next day I watched the rest. So it was like it was late at night when I watched it, but I still remember what I saw. So she, do you think she just killed her because she was annoyed with her?
Yes, and spoiler alert, clearly.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck it, man. Whatever.
no, because there's gonna be people that listen to us that maybe haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But she also had to do it because A, she had no intentions to continue moving forward with her. And 2, like, she was annoying. 3, she was a witness.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't see the way she reacted when she was like, "Yeah, I have his Glock," as soon as she stopped digging, when she said, "I have his Glock," I said, "It's over."
So you already talked to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paris Jackson too, yo. She did an amazing
Shout out to every
job.
cameo.
Yeah.
Because Donald Glover is pulling people in, or pulled people in, because it's not like the show.
Where did he find Macaulay Culkin brother? That's Fuller.
I know. Rory McCulkin.
Yeah. And that was another thing, because, like, I didn't understand that either, because, like, did she fuck him?
I don't know. I don't know who she has and has not been fucking.
Because I literally thought that whole sequence was a dream.
Yeah, when she woke up, I thought it was a dream, but the man was in the kitchen butt naked.
Yeah. Was eating.
I just didn't understand that, because she walked in the club like she owned it.
Also fucking dog. She was gonna kill the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
People do bring in pets as character witnesses.
It's even wild because the girl,
The dog.
she only eats junk food. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, what is
She
with that?
only eats junk food.
What is with that?
She has an aversion to anything healthy.
She is unwell.
Yeah, she's completely unwell.
Oh, man. When y'all watch the other episodes,
Like-
it's going to come together. Then.
She
You
just
had-
watches people have sex.
Out of all the things that she has done as far as murder, we need to not worry so much about what is with her and her only consumption is junk food.
No, we need to worry about that because
We
you got to
can-
think that consumption could be why she could be chemically imbalanced. She has the sugars and don't even know it.
She needs to die.
You think so?
She's a menace to society.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who is merely killing people because
They don't like their favorite
don't
artist?
they need. It's either in a mental institution
Mm-hmm.
or death. I don't see any other like.
What I will say this, and this isn't giving anything up. Donald Glover is what, like where he takes shit. It's like I see Atlanta in this shit too. Do y'all not?
Atlanta was
Y'all would
basically
be able to
leading
speak
to this happening,
on that.
Yeah.
especially the last season.
Like,
But between the last season of Atlanta, between the last season of Atlanta and Swarm, now I want a Donald Glover movie.
yeah, it makes you think like, yo, did he have anything to do with Get Out?
No, it's just it's
It's
that's
just
the problem.
where it is now. I think that's kind of like if you got that kind of twisted
Mm-hmm.
mind,
Right.
you gotta have a
Because
twisted mind to be able to do something like that, where you take a social thing and make it a horror or
Be-
a thriller.
Because I had no
but I
idea
saw-
this is what it was gonna be.
Because that's what when I
I-
watch it, I think I'm like, oh, so either I was like, and I know I was in the group chat, and I was like, so is this nigga trying to be like
Dick
the
Wolf?
black Dick Wolf?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But then, like as I'm watching this, I was like, he's like, it's like a mix of that and Jordan Peele, because this could have easily been a Jordan Peele movie.
Right,
could've.
and that's what I was gonna get to, is the fact that when you said you have to have a certain kind of mind to be able to make this, you got to remember both Donald Glover and Jordan Peele are comedians.
Right.
So comedians already think of shit differently than we do as it is.
Mm-hmm.
They can take a certain life situation and turn it to something else completely.
And they can find, you know, humor and darkness in certain things.
Exactly,
Like,
which is exactly what's happening with Swarm, which is what happened with any Monkey Paw production.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
because Get Out, when you think of it at its core,
mhm.
it's funny
Mm-hmm.
because we've all experienced it as black people.
Yeah, because if you change the soundtrack, if you change
Yeah,
the score,
it's
it's a
a
comedy
comedy.
instead of a thriller.
And still instead of a thriller. Like when Daniel gets to the house, he's like, you know, I voted for Obama
Twice, yeah.
The comedian from Wild Out, the white boy,
Mikey Day.
Nah, Matt, that I always send you.
Oh,
on
Matt
to.
Rife?
Yeah, Matt Rife. He'll be like, he's always funny to listen to like woke white people. He's like, you know, one guy will be like, you know, I voted for Obama
Twice.
2 times.
Yeah.
So it's funny. There's the comedic aspect, and then that twisted part of their mind is like,
But what if it was?
but what
this?
if it was dark?
Yeah.
Like, what if lives were in danger because of this shit? And now you have a movie like Get Out and Swarm, or
And
a show.
The reason that they seem so much alike is because it's a genre. It's a genre that we didn't pay much attention to until Jordan Peele.
Right.
And that's Afro surrealism. You know, there's been examples of it before. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I have watched like a YouTube documentary on the genre, and you know, it has existed before Jordan Peele, but Jordan Peele was the one that made it go, oh shit, yeah, it made us all go, oh shit, I like this.
You know what y'all gotta check out? It's on Netflix. So it's this black woman
That knows.
that there's no actors in there that you would really know, and it's with this black woman that marries
You're talking about The Strays?
yes.
Yeah, I watched that with my girl last week.
There's
Yeah,
definitely
that was
gonna be a part
great-
2 to that.
I was talking to her about that. I don't want it. I don't want a part 2 because
You want it to be just left like that?
Yes, because that's what makes the movie great. The way that the movie ended made it great. If you make a part 2, it ruins it.
You need closure.
No, you don't. The lack of closure is what's making this movie as good as it is.
I need closure, man. I don't like cliffhangers.
Nah,
Stay away from the edge.
right.
I don't like cliffhangers.
Sometimes that's how you gotta leave it like that and be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with what was the movie? It wasn't, you know.
Did y'all watch the Monique movie, The Reading?
No, I said I watched it.
That's on BET Plus. I don't have BET Plus.
Like I like movies that if it's like one of those where it leaves you either thinking of what could possibly happen, or even wanting a second one, but you know that it's like it doesn't need it. Like The Gray with Liam Neeson. Like I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
There does not need to be a second one, and we don't know if he lived or died.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need a second one. So I think some movies it's right there, and you just come up with your own theories of what may happen, what could have happened, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I've heard about the Monique joint, but yeah, Swarm is. I think I'm gonna probably finish it this weekend.
Okay.
Figure out what the hell I just watched, because it's pretty. As soon as the nigga with the, I think you saw my tweet. 'Cause I was like, yeah, we got two niggas that ain't quite right in a room together. Like the moment he pulled up with a skunk on a leash, I was like, oh, he ain't all there either. It's gonna be interesting.
Right. But it's a really good show. And I just want more now from Donald Glover, and just to see where he goes now from Atlanta to now this. I just want to see where he goes. Because he's opened a new chamber, so to speak. Like now, like what now? I'm like in a matter of what can this man not do? Raps, sings, produces music, acts, stand-up comedian, writes the movies and the television, and now directs.
How do y'all feel about Damson's Houston accent?
I was talking about this with my girl last night. I was like, he's pretty much just. How did I put it?
He's Saint.
I was like, he's fuckboy Saint.
He is.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
fuckboy Franklin.
He's fuckboy Franklin.
He's fuckboy Franklin.
I think I think he's been Franklin a little too long. And I'm okay with this shit ending. I'm telling you I am.
Where could you go after this season?
Shit, man. I mean, this is loosely based on Freeway Ricky Ross.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Well, fellas, next week we got the Coomba Kickback.
Kuumba Von Party.
Pull up on us.
Yeah, so by the time you hear this, the Kuumba Kickback will be a few days from the time that you hear this. It's about to be a good time. It's about to be a good time. We're there to celebrate the birthday of the head honcho himself, Razul Branch, a.k.a. Rozzy Von Party.
The real mayor.
Yes, the real mayor of Bridgeport, and the guy, the man who owns the spot in which, we run the kickbacks and do a lot of our things. And so we are celebrating him, and we're going hard to celebrate him. We're going to have DJ Shavarda.
Turned the place upside down last time.
Yep. And she did such a great job at the last kickback that Roz that night was like, this is what I want for my birthday.
Yeah.
Boom.
So letting y'all know right now, there will not be any music being stopped for poetry.
Yeah. Y'all better get y'all poetry in that first hour or two, because after that,
artists.
Because by 10 o'clock, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Yeah, by 10:30, 11,
Yup.
the music is starting and we ain't stopping at that point.
It's up.
Yeah.
Because Shavarda's gonna be there. Juice Jones just bought a ticket, and every time Juice Jones pops up,
He get on the set.
right?
It's kind of like, I love it because it's like, it's our own little oasis of like just the artsy collectives.
That's what Kuumba Kickback was always about.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's good to have that and know that there's not going to be any drama.
Not caused by us.
Right. That motherfucking part.
I ain't gonna go any further than that, but no drama caused by us.
Yeah. So yeah, March 24th. Get y'all
I'll be
tickets. Yeah.
Back in the room.
Hey.
Anything else y'all got coming up? Anything you want to talk about?
Oh God, I'm doing a lot now.
Yeah. So you doing the Pahuka tree?
Yeah. So fuck. So it's at a point where I'm actually trying to, like, I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything that I got going on.
Yeah.
You do have the Black is Beautiful on the 25th.
That's what I was about to go.
5th.
That's the 25th. So there's the kickback on the 24th.
Yep.
I got Black is Beautiful, which is an art show. I think they're gonna have poets there as well. on the next day at iDream Experience over on 15 Cannon Street. It's called Black is Beautiful. The very next week in Waterbury, I'll be at Pahuka Tree. Shout out to Fly Rye.
Don't he go by something else now?
His real name, but
No.
Fly Rye is what he's been going by.
Oh, they changed it.
No. And there was some. Oh, and I am now in talks to be on a panel at. Literally, they're hitting me up about this right now at Diaspora Con.
Mm.
So we'll see how this conversation goes.
Okay.
So I'm out here a little bit.
Yeah, see.
I'm gonna be out here a little bit on the 31st. I'm so sorry, I can't think of the name of the event right now.
Oh, you're talking about the Goddess Experience?
Yes, the Goddess Experience.
Shout out to Danielle and I can't think of her real name. I apologize, Christina. Is it Christina? I think. I just know unapologetically is her.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Yeah. I apologize. I tried to give you a proper shout out, but I know I know your Instagram handle.
Yeah, so
And your name is not on Instagram.
I'll be a part of that shirtless.
Oh, you about to have the
feeding Tangelo. Serving Tangelos
have
and
the
drinks.
man meat out.
Yeah, they want the dad bod, so the non-dad bod, but they're gonna get it. Shout out to Steph. Oh shit, I gotta say her name right because she's dope. She was actually just on an episode, the first episode of Power.
Nice.
She was she was in the classroom, which was dope. And she put me in talks with some stuff. Navarez Stephanie is her Instagram handle. Dope girl.
Okay.
We actually did something together with Jahi. Shout out to him. His birthday's next week. And we're in, she can talk to me about some stuff. So hopefully see me on the Tizoob soon. Yeah. D, what you got going on, bro?
Not much. Goomba kickback.
Oh.
Gonna be
Yeah.
at your joint on the 25th. I'll definitely be there. And just gearing up for this next single to be released in April.
Okay. Also, for the Kumba kickback, we will be serving Lucky's Brew, which will be a drink that I'm providing to you guys for the $20. Since you feel like you're not getting anything for $20, even though it's BYOB, you can go to a place and spend $20 to not get in, but more than that for drinks. But I will be providing it while supplies last. Get your tickets.
And there we have it. Thank you for listening to another Rhythm and Blues podcast. What you sipping on?